Hi there, welcome back to Mill Creek Church, the place where you belong. We are so thankful that you came out and chose to worship with us. We're currently doing our Wednesday night word of encouragement. If you'd like to find out more information about Mill Creek Church, you can visit us on the web at millcreekbaptist.online or join our Facebook group that you will see displayed on the screen. And if you would like to know more about Mill Creek Church, please feel free to fill out our Connect Plus card that will be linked in the description below, and someone from our church will be reaching out to you shortly. Today's reading comes from Matthew chapter 5, verses 22, 29 through 30, and Matthew chapter 23, verse 33. But I say to you that everyone who is angry with his brother shall be guilty before the court. And whoever says to his brother, "You good for nothing," shall be guilty before the Supreme Court. And whoever says, "You fool," shall be guilty enough to go into the fiery hell, or Gehenna. If your right eye causes you to stumble, tear it out and throw it from you. For it is better for you to lose one of the parts of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell, or Gehenna again. If your right hand makes you stumble, cut it off and throw it from you. For it is better for you to lose one of the parts of your body than for your whole body to go into hell, or Gehenna. Your serpents, you brood of vipers, how will you escape the sentence of hell? You guessed it, that word, Gehenna. Their worm does not die, and the fire is not quenched. Behind our house is a piece of land that is currently being cleared for future use. In the clearing process of a wooded piece of land, these heavy machines have come in and pulled down trees, uprooted shrubs and all other vegetation, and made huge piles of debris all throughout the land. One morning, I walked out to do our normal routine of chores, and they were setting those massive piles ablaze. Within hours, the peaks of the flames appeared to reach 50 or 60 feet high in the air, and ash was falling from the sky like snow. And as I sat there and watched the wind heat the coals, and the flames continue to burn hotter and brighter, it hit me. That reminds me a lot of Gehenna. Jesus spoke frequently about the reality of a literal hell, as you saw in today's reading. And one of the ways in which he described this spiritual reality to his earthly contemporaries was with the illustration of Gehenna. Initially, we learn about Gehenna in the Old Testament. Remember, same God there as is in the New Testament. The word we know today originates from the Hebrew word meaning Valley of Hinnom, and as seen in places like 2 Chronicles chapter 28, verses 1 through 3. We learn here that this location was a hot spot for Baal worship, as the valley provided the canopy of trees under which shade would be plentiful to set up idol worshiping stations. But more than that, in worshiping the foreign gods alien to the one true God, verse 3 tells us, moreover, he burned his sons in fire according to the abominations of the nations. And if you keep reading, you'll run across another rotten king named Manasseh, who practiced continual abominations before the Lord, including sacrificing his own sons in this very spot, practicing witchcraft and sorcery, divinations, dealing with mediums and spirits. The list goes on and on. This was a detestable location for the Jews in and around Jerusalem, and known to them as the Valley of Slaughter. It was no use for them, and therefore, when given the opportunity to seize the land and control it, they turned it into a refuse heap where all the city's trash, as well as the dead body of animals, as well as criminals and all kinds of filth, were cast and consumed by a continual, all-consuming fire. There was an ever-present stench of rotting flesh as the worms and maggots continued to feast before the flames began to overtake and consume everything they touched. It was a rotten and atrocious place where the only time the fire ceased to burn was when everything had been consumed. And since they were continually adding more and more each day, it was never fully quenched. As I walked out on my porch and saw what was once so vibrant and full of life burning to ash, I wept at the condition of our nation and our world, because it reminded me that such a place is the closest equivalent to the everlasting torment of those without faith. God, give us the faith to stand boldly and tell others of Jesus before it is everlastingly too late. Empower us through your Spirit to accomplish this feat. We commit ourselves fully to you. Amen.